If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. I can see it right now. I see all the Durk fans all over the United States of America and all over the world rejoicing. Yeah, he got a reconsideration. Durk coming home. Durk coming home. And you know, all that. And allow me to say this right here. If Durk is completely innocent of the charges that he has been charged with, the murder for hire and things like that, then he should come home. He should. If he is innocent, he don't deserve to be locked up. However, if he's guilty, you do the crime, you got to do the time. That's just how it goes. Those right there are the rules of engagement. Whether you want to be a criminal or whether you want to be a tax-paying citizen. If you out here committing crimes, when you get caught, you got to do your time. Or you can say, I don't want to do 10. You can tell on a friend, and then maybe, you can get up out that jam. Because some people play it that way too, right? But before I go into this demonstration, I just want to say this right here. Especially in our community, in the African American community, we love our gangsters. I'm talking about like, our gangsters have a huge influence on our community. And our tax-paying citizens are legit hustlers. We don't give them the same accolades that we give our gangsters. When you a big-time drug dealer, you a killer, you shot 1,000 people and stuff like that, you honored. You a big pimp, you honored. You a good hoe, you honored. You a scammer, swiping cards, you honored. In the ghettos all across America, we love our criminals. We love our gangsters until we become a victim. Yeah. Once we become a victim of gangsterism, scamming, pimping and hoeing, drug dealing, once we become a victim or somebody that we love becomes a victim, then all of a sudden we become a tax-paying citizen. Hey man, I want him to do 1,000 years in the joint. And in that same breath, there's another gangster somewhere that you honoring. We got to change our way of thinking. That way of thinking, honoring the criminals, emboldens criminality. When we honor criminals and stuff like that and give them praise and glory, we are saying to the criminals in our communities, hey, it's okay. Good job. Rob, steal, shoot, kill, rape, plunder. Do whatever you want to do. You're doing a fine job. But whenever we stand up and say, nah, hey, that's enough of that, then that's when the conditions will change. Then we won't be looked at as criminals. When people see our people walking down the street, they won't grab their purses. They won't lock their doors. But we got to change. We got to change the thinking. And once we change the thinking, that's going to change the condition. That's going to change the environment. Criminals should, I'm talking about, listen to me. When criminals come in our communities, they should have their head down. They should be terrified. They should know, man, I gotta go to the black community, man. No, I can't play over there, man. I'm talking about, man, if they ain't gonna call the police, man, they gonna be out there with bats, sticks, and rifles and shotguns telling us we can't sell our dope over here no more. Telling us we can't pimp over here no more. Telling us we can't shoot, rob, steal, and plunder over here no more. They ain't going for it. Correction. That's what we need. Correction. That way, criminality, the criminal mindset, these type of people that be doing all this madness in our communities will have to change with the times. They would have to, because where else you gonna go to commit your crimes and do all that madness if you can't do it in your own community? You see what I'm saying? Those are the type of things that we need to be practicing. Those are the type of things that we need to be doing if we want to clean the community up. We want to sweep and clean everything up. We don't want this stuff around us. We got to change our thinking. Understand, some taxpaying citizens in the ghettos all across America. You are not a gangster. You are not a criminal. You paying taxes. You going to work every day. You got a family. You got a wife. You got kids. You got a dog. You got a fish in the house. You living the American dream. Street codes don't apply to you. Understand that. Gangster codes do not apply to you. So quit acting like one. Quit believing in your mind that you got to stick to the street code when you're not even street. See, we get caught up in this way of lifestyle even though we're not even living the lifestyle. Just because we come up in that environment. But like I said before, it's all fun and games. It's all praises and honors until you land on that cold pavement. Bullet holes all in your body and you ain't did nothing to nobody. You just an innocent bystander. If not you, somebody you love. Nah. And I'm breaking all this down to y'all because I'm talking about all the time. For an example, this Lil Durk demonstration. Like I said before, if he did a murder for hire, he should be locked up. You do the crime, you do the time. If he didn't, he should be at home. But we got people in our communities, young and mature, young and classic, men and women, boys and girls, free Lil Durk, y'all ain't even heard all the evidence. I'm not saying y'all should be saying, lock Lil Durk up, lock him up. But I'm saying, let the evidence come out. Before you start saying free somebody. Before you start saying lock somebody up. But in our communities, in the ghettos all across America, man, they free Durk, man. They need to let that brother go, man. He ain't did nothing to nobody, man. He did. The man ain't even been to trial yet. The man ain't even, I'm talking about all the evidence ain't even all the way out yet. But we already saying free him. Why? Because in our mind, in our concept, man, they locked him up. They just trying to, sweat a black brother and all that old type of stuff. And I'm not saying that type of stuff don't happen because some people get locked up and they innocent. They ain't did nothing. That happens a lot. But we can't just take that and apply it to everybody. We cannot take that type of attitude and say, hey man, everybody need to be free. Because if that's the case, if everybody need to be free, what about them guys that be touching on them kids? Y'all want them free? What about them guys that be taking advantage of women, young and old. I'm talking about beating them, choking them down, and you know what I'm saying, taking advantage of them. You want them type of people living next door to you? No, I don't want. He can't stay next to me and all that. But you want a killer? Oh yeah, he killed a couple people. He straight. Yeah, nah, that boy got a graveyard. He good peoples, man. Oh, him? Oh, man, that's the best pimp I ever known in my life, man. That man right there got a stable, man. I'm talking about a flock of young girls. He straight. He good peoples, man. You know what I'm saying? We drink a beer or two every now and then. Oh, that... Huh? Oh, the best booster in town. She know how to steal everything. Scamming, oh man, don't leave your ID around. Oh, she gonna steal your whole identification. She gonna steal. It's gonna be identity theft messing with her. Don't do that. But she good people though, man. She good. See, so we okay with that type of stuff, but then we shun the other type of stuff. We can't have it both ways. Not if we want a good community. We can't have it both ways. Especially for you tax-paying citizens that think y'all gangsters. That think y'all still gotta live according to the street code. Come on. No, we gotta tighten up. Now, here it is. They are reconsidering bond for Lil Durk. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? For all the wannabe gangsters, people that think they gangsters and all that, and for the real gangsters, yeah, this is a party time. They finna let one of ours go free. I hope when I get caught, they do the same thing to me. Once I get caught for killing people and all that old type of stuff, these how gangsters think. Yeah, I hope they do the same thing for me. So yeah, it's a day for partying for them. But don't party too fast. Hold on, let's dig into it a little bit. Because we gotta ask ourselves, first of all, why did the judge deny the bond in the first place? Well, according to reports, they are saying that the judge, well, not they, but court documents is saying that the reason why they denied the bond in the first place is because they believe that Lil Durk is a threat to the community. He's violent. They believe that he would flee. They believe that he would run. They believe that he's a negative influence. Not only that though, he's a threat to the witnesses that they have against him. That's why they denied the bond in the first place. So we must ask ourselves then, if that's why they denied the bond, what has changed? What has changed to cause them to reconsider the bond? Well, according to documents, they are saying that the motion that Durk's lawyer filed, talking about, they're accusing him of the song lyrics and stuff like that, saying that he put that song out after Quando Rondo's cousin was killed, Lil Pop. They saying that's it. That's what's causing the judge to reconsider everything. But then we gotta ask ourselves, does that change the fact that they believe he's a threat to society, a threat to his community, a threat to the witnesses, can flee, a negative influence on other people just because of the songs in his lyrics? No. That don't change none of that. That don't change none of that. So what is being reconsidered then? That's the question. What is being reconsidered? Because if they gonna go in there talking about that song and all that old type of stuff, the prosecutor gonna, hey, look, all right, cool, y'all got us on that. But that still doesn't negate the fact that this man right here hired some people to go kill somebody. According to what they got. According to the evidence and the material facts that they have. Did that change anything? No, it has not. So, for the gangsters and the wannabe gangsters, put them blunts out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Put that liquor down. I know y'all was just partying and stuff like that, but it don't look like it's gonna be Durk gonna be getting out from my standpoint, because I look at it like this here. Ain't nothing changed. I'm just being 100. I know the Durk fans. I know y'all. I know y'all gonna do y'all. And hey, look, I respect y'all opinion. Long as y'all ain't disrespectful, whatever. That's your, that's your somebody that you honor and you praise and all that old type of stuff. Alright, I get it. But we're talking about facts. We're not talking about your emotions. We're not talking about what you think. We're talking about facts. And the facts is, ain't nothing changed. Yeah, Durk talking about trying to give them some more money, give them some real estate, and one of his business partners is going to give them some money and stuff like that. The federal government don't want no money. They print money. They don't care about that stuff right there. They still saying you a flight risk, a threat to the community, a negative influence, and a threat to the witnesses, which has to do with the government's case. Ain't none of that changed. So I can hear y'all now, the Durk fans. Hood, man, come on, bro. You hate, man. Let that man go. Free that man and all that. Listen, if that brother ain't do nothing, free him. He don't need to be in jail. Free him. If he ain't do nothing, if he ain't do no murder for hire or none of that type of stuff, free him. Hey, look, when the evidence come out, free Lil Durk. He ain't. I'll be on the marching line with y'all. But until then, hey, look, it's up in the air. We don't know. I'm not finna say free somebody or have somebody locked up, you know what I'm saying, and all that type of stuff just because I'm emotionally involved in it. Nah, we dealing with facts. We ain't dealing with no feelings. We ain't dealing with no emotions. We dealing with the facts. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. To all you young brothers, especially you rappers, you entertainers, you comedians, everybody that's in the entertainment industry, for all you young brothers that's getting all that money, if you surround yourself around madness and around people that still believe in that criminal lifestyle, that street lifestyle, it's just a matter of time before you find yourself in a similar situation, if not the same situation, as Lil Durk, as what's the brother in YSL, what's his name, Thug, Young Thug, and all the other rapping Ricos that done came before them. Listen, certain things you got to let go. Once you start making that type of money, you need to change your thinking. Hold on. I got millions of dollars now. I can keep this money going when I'm dead and gone. My family can keep generating this type of money, so we ain't got to live in those bad environments no more. I didn't like how I lived in those bad environments. Now I'm in a position to help my children and my children's children and my children's children not live in that type of environment and live in that type of way, not have to worry about all the type of stuff that I had to worry about. Think about that type of stuff. Think about how you want to live. I ain't got to live, watching my back or none of that type of stuff right there. I ain't got no murders on my conscience. I ain't got no shootings on my conscience or none of that. I'm not paying somebody to go kill somebody, because let me tell you something. While everybody running around to my, I'll put a bag on your head. Listen, that's the worst thing that you could ever do. Let me explain to you why. Because once you pay somebody to go kill somebody, and they go kill, they got leverage on you. Yeah. The person that you had them go kill, they got leverage on you. Now you got to worry about if they ever get caught for, with a gun or something like that, and they sitting in that county jail stressing over that girl because they in love with her and they kids and they want to come home. Now you stressing, thinking like, man, is he gonna fold on me and all that? It don't work. It don't work. And I know a lot of street guys and a lot of gangsters, you want to say, oh, my homie, man, he ain't going to tell on me, man. He's solid. How you know? How you know what this man is feeling inside? How you know what this man is thinking? Especially when he get in that cell. How you know? You don't. And being that you don't know, then why even put yourself in a position like that? All this beef and stuff like that y'all be having with each other, and y'all got all these millions of dollars. That's street stuff. That's ignorant stuff. That's the stuff that we used to do when we was unconscious, when we had no money, so we didn't care. We didn't have no future. We didn't care. But now that you done took yourself up out of that type of environment, you in another tax bracket now. Tighten up. Because if you don't, I guarantee you, if it ain't you, it's going to be somebody that's in your circle that's going to do something out of pocket that's going to cause a RICO and crush your empire. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel.